There we go. Hey, YouTube! It's Mom with the Matt's time. I'm Matt, and
Matt.
that's a pile of kits over where Matt normally sits. He'll be joining us later, hopefully. Had a rough day at work, will I say, and doing adulting. I'm joined with Jim Lore. How about it, Jim?
Hey. Hola.
So he is still working on his Bell X1.
Yep.
And he's been able to procure some unicorn pee, as Scott would say.
I'm actually I think I want to cover up the label just right under unicorn pee.
Yeah. Because I've always heard it called unicorn tears, but Scott's like, I like happy unicorns.
Yeah. Happy unicorns are empty unicorns. So,
yeah, exactly. So
here we've been building models. Oh, God, I don't even know how long anymore. 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
And I'm just now discovering this stuff. Yikes. It's good.
Good.
Well worth the money I spent for it. And it should last me a good long time.
Gotcha. I'm excited to see how it goes with it and all that, so.
Cool. Pretty awesome. Okay.
Alright. Our YouTube channel is
Yeah,
live.
Okay.
Just pulling it up, seeing if I got anybody else that's going to be joining us in chat here. Alright.
Ding.
So, gotta show you this. So, last week we just scratched the surface.
Uh-oh.
So, I now have, if you can see the feed here, I have this full front sheet of loose leaf and the back side of sheet of loose leaf filled with songs that did not make last week's list of songs named with girls' names in it. So we now have the next 3 weeks of bracket already taken care of for girl names.
Well, it's funny you say that because today I was also working on songs about food.
Okay.
I did try to do a little research on songs with boys' names in them.
Uh-huh.
That's actually a little tougher.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna do one with songs with animals.
Okay.
Again, a little bit more difficult. And then obviously I sent the ones about the aircraft to you.
Right.
And then like 80s hair bands, and then really narrowing down the genres here.
Gotcha.
Like totally narrowing down the genres. So, yeah.
Nice.
As of right now, I don't think we're hurting for subjects.
Right. Well, and then you got the one that who was it? Marion recommended planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I like that too.
Yeah.
I do too. Because I mean, honestly, anything transportation, and it's just there's a lot there.
Right.
I mean, we listed off quite a bit just the other night. So yeah.
When you start, you go to the '60s beach rock. You got my 409 and my Little Deuce Coupe, and you can go down that rabbit hole pretty fast.
Leaving on a jet airplane.
Yeah.
Jet City Woman. Yeah, and then let's see, trains. I hear that train a coming.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of train songs.
No. Casey Jones.
Oh, good song. Good song. What is it? It's a Crocus song. Just listening to it today too. Not Queen of the Nile. I'll have to think of it. Matt would probably know it if he was there.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey.
Don't think, don't think too much.
Ah. Hey, Marion.
It hurts. It hurts.
Hey, Bob. Bob and Marion hop on at the same time.
What
nice.
about Bob?
What about yeah?
What about Bob?
He just hopped in the same time you did. He's on the YouTube chat.
Are you by yourself, Matt?
I am.
Oh no.
Yeah. No Teddy, no Matt. Matt had a Matt was the solo let's see, service tech in the body shop where he works today, and normally there's 4 of them. So he had
do all this stuff that normally 4 people do all
Yeah.
at the same time.
right. So
Marion, that Corsair is looking
It looks pretty good, doesn't it?
beautiful.
yeah.
Well,
You should have came to the meeting last night, Jim. You could have seen it up close and personal like I did.
Ooh. I like it.
He had his B-25 there too.
He might. Oh, you had the Mighty Mitchell there.
Yeah.
yes, I did.
That is coming together amazing.
Oh, there it is.
It makes me want to build another one and do it right, do it better.
I understand.
Bob, what are you working on?
Is Bob on Skype or just on YouTube?
Bob's just on YouTube.
Okay.
Yep.
There's somebody grinding away.
That's me.
Yeah, I hear sanding as well.
I should. There we go.
Oh, I like that. I'm telling you what, I know you think that kit's a turd, but that P61 is actually turning out okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's fighting you every step of the way. Dude, I was at Shavers. I saw that kit. I almost bought one. Knowing full well what it would do to me, I almost bought one.
Ah.
Is that a monogram?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. Let's see.
Ravel, monogram, whatever.
Which one
It's
is
the
it?
really bad one.
It's Ravel one. It's no. And I sanded up the mold mark, and it said the mold's from 1974, so it's a year younger than I am.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. It just
Yeah.
this kit just turned 50 years old this year.
Wow.
You were born in 74?
I was born in 73, November of 73.
Okay.
Yeah,
You could be my son.
I could.
Daddy.
My son was born in 75.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was born in 73. My brother was born in 79.
I'm exactly 10 years older than your brother. I was born in 69.
Gotcha.
Hey, that's a good year.
I say the same thing. Good year for cars. Good year for wine.
High school.
High school.
We had I come from the class of 69 in high school.
Ah.
And where we graduated at, they had a state route right next to the high school. Was Ohio Route 69.
Nice.
And the signs were stolen up and down the state of Ohio to the point where they had to rename the highway.
Ah.
Rename the highway because of some people, I don't know, stealing the signs.
No, who would do that?
I had no idea.
Let's say, does Marion have one of those
That's
signs?
pretty cool. No, I don't.
Oh.
And if he does, he's not going to
No.
say it.
No, I was a good boy back then.
Yeah. And then he went to the army.
I went in the army. Do what you can
Alright.
do.
Just to be fair, the Navy, I was corrupted well before I ever joined the Navy. I sometimes think I corrupted them.
No, I don't think so.
That's
So,
alright.
Bob's not at his workbench right now, but he's going to pull his Airfix 172nd Gladiator from his shelf of doom. And he's going to finish it for the
boy.
May IPMS Gateway meeting.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I love that should be one of the group builds. A second chance build. You have to pull one from the shelf of doom.
Hey, Matt,
Yeah.
do you go to Mark Twain, the hobby, the club?
No. I just do their
Okay.
virtual. So that meets on the second Tuesday of the month on Skype.
Okay.
Yeah. They got some good guys on it. They got let's see,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Grant and John and
Kurt.
sometimes Rick Reinbach, he's on there. Trying to think.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah. But yeah, they
good people.
yeah. And every time I'm on, I'm like going, you guys gotta come on down and check out IPMS Gateway.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love that show is getting crowded by the moment.
Which one? The Gateway
Hey, you
one?
missed-
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's funny because I mean I haven't been to a whole lot of other shows. I'm gonna be going to MOSCON,
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Good guys.
but honestly, you guys put on such a good show.
Oh well, thank you.
I mean, it's definitely something that we all look forward to all year.
Yeah.
Well, you going to Columbia? You go to Columbia?
No. No, but we are. Me and the girlfriend. We're gonna go to Springfield in May. I've already taken the time off. So yeah,
Oh, that's cute. That's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, her son lives there, so we just it's yet another great opportunity for me to go down there. So Saturday I'm gonna be going to the model show, and her and the daughter are gonna mess around in Springfield, and they'll come back and get me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, horrible. Did I ever tell you how much I hate masking canopies?
Yeah.
I hate masking
wanna hear it.
canopies.
We don't want to hear it anymore.
I know. I'm bored. Doesn't like doing tracks. He doesn't like doing it. Why are you doing the model? Relax.
You need to get a hobby that you like, you know?
Oh, I love this hobby.
Yeah.
Don't ever let it be said that I don't.
It's all my fault.
It is your fault,
Yep.
actually.
Yep.
You're the one that got me back into this hobby.
Yep.
You're like a drug dealer.
I got
The first one's free. Now you gotta pay for it.
so I got Jim in it, I got Corey in it, Matt in it, Teddy in it.
Yep.
Let's see, Dana in it. My wife into it.
You are a drug.
Yeah.
You are a drug dealer. Yeah.
Yeah, there's at least 6.
I'd be like a nice crack dealer though. You know, hey, you want some crack?
Say, you should really check this stuff out. Pretty cool.
I remember, well, I did it as a kid and then got away from it because, you know, that's the kind of what you do.
Life got in the
And
way.
then,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that was all the time.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget the very first show was just you, and then I heard this disembodied voice in the background that was Matt. Because you didn't have the full camera feed, right?
Wow.
It was just you, and it was like you had it sitting on your desk.
Yep.
It was pointed up, and you could actually, I could see the underneath of your chin. I'm like, okay, this looks interesting. And I watched it, and I'm like, I remember doing that. Oh, that looks cool. And I went and bought all the stuff.
Yep. The rest is, shall we say, history?
Yes. I actually sat down. Somebody asked me the other day, they go, how much do you actually spend on your model? And I'm like, you know, I've never figured it out. I don't know if I want to know.
Not as much as a bass boat.
That's
Well,
right.
Probably. Well, I don't know. How much is a bass boat? I don't know.
I'm sure it's more than what we pay for.
Yeah.
Sure. I like that. Sure.
Now my brother's big into hunting and all that kind of stuff, and he outfitted himself for, I think, quail the one year and paid like all said and done about $9,000.
That with a rifle, or did he just?
That was rifle, outfit, camo, ammo. Let's see, yeah, you name it. It was everything. He's like, I was like, how much does it cost you? And he's like, about $9,000. So, hey John, welcome tonight. What are you working on?
He broke it. Something
Broke
fell
it?
off.
Nah.
Something fell off.
Yeah, my little clip, my little friction clamps.
Okay, so that's actually, see, now it's got me wrong. So what would everybody say would be an average price for a standard model kit? Would you think 20 to 25 is average?
It depends what scale and how old and how new, and it really, how much is a car? Well, you buy one for 500 or 500,000. I don't know. Whatever you want to get out of it.
I tend to be a little cheap when it comes to that, so I'll say the average cost of my kits would be about $20. Any more than that, and I'm a little cringy about getting it.
Is that a 72nd scale?
Yes, I do. I have a lot of 172nd.
That sounds about average. Or 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I don't work.
At $20 is fair. So let's see.
Yeah.
So just in model kits alone, 53 kits. My stash is not very big. At $20 a pop, we're looking at 1,060. Just in boxes of plastic. My airbrush setup, that was about $450.
Or a day.
Paints, ooh. I pretty much have every color Tamiya owns or makes.
And they're
So I know that they have 160. They're about $8 a thing. No, $3 a bottle.
$3 a bottle. Yeah.
Yeah. And I had it
Yeah, I'm not worried about cost.
well, just in paints, airbrush, and kits, I'm at $1,800.
much is your time worth?
Well, I tend to look at it like this. My sanity is worth more than my time. So that is immeasurable, and this helps with that. So, yeah.
Good. Good.
Yeah. Well, sometimes. But sometimes it's just relaxing.
I love Lincoln
And
League
you get to
tracks.
meet-
They're amazing. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
You get
Oh,
to meet strange people.
Well, it's the strange people that's the part that I like the most. Because I'm like, I didn't think anybody could be stranger than me. Look at that.
Oh man, they're out there.
Oh man. Strange and like-minded people. I am all about it.
Yeah.
So
Or
so
as
Marion,
the Canadians would say, I'm all about it.
Jim has tried Mr. Leveling Thinner. Do you use Mr. Leveling Thinner?
All the time.
All the time. All right.
My God. Oh my God. Game changer.
Yeah.
Have you ever used it with Vallejo paint?
No, not Vallejo. I haven't used Vallejo that well. I use it for detail painting, like in cockpits and stuff like that,
Yeah.
because it's acrylic. But to paint a whole aircraft or something with it, nah.
Okay. Well, I found, and I was just showing Matt this, I found the color that I'm going to do the X1 in. This is a spot-on match for that safety orange.
Yeah.
And it's Vallejo model color. And from what people tell me, I got this little bottle of Mr. Color Leveling Thinner, and I used it the other night on painting the cockpit. And I used less of the thinner than I did the X20. And that was probably the smoothest that my airbrush has ever laid down a coat of paint.
Ding, 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 ding. Good.
Yeah. It was awesome. You know, and I was just like, it even felt like it was maybe even a little easier to clean up. This is definitely more solvent based. You could smell that. Because X20 smells like vinegar to me. But this stuff, it's got a distinct odor.
Good.
So is it
But,
Mr.
yeah,
Color
it's awesome.
Leveling Thinner or Mr. Color Leveling Thinner 400?
This is Mr. Color Leveling Thinner. I don't know what the 400 is.
Yeah.
And what I found out, there's two
milliliters?
kinds.
Milliliters.
Milliliters?
The size of the bottle.
Oh, this? I'm looking. This is 110 milliliters. So the big white bottle, that might be the 400. It would make sense if that's.
Yeah, it is. It's 400 milliliters.
Oh, okay.
So what I found out, and you got to be careful with this, is that there's a Mr. Color Leveling Thinner,
Uh-huh.
and then there's a Mr. Color Thinner.
Yes.
You want the leveling thinner.
Okay.
Right.
There it is.
There's big boy.
It's
There it is.
backwards. That's
Yep.
the thinner.
Okay.
And this is leveling thinner.
Yeah.
The 400.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's 400 milliliters. So yeah.
Right. Right.
So, question, Marion, how much do you pay for that big bottle?
I don't keep track of how much I pay for
Wow.
stuff. I really don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
This was $5.
Yeah.
This 110
Really?
milliliters is $5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazon's selling it for
Shapers.
15.
Yeah.
$15?
$15 for the one that Jim's got, and the one that you have, Marion.
Wow.
They're selling it for 28.
Wow. Amazon doesn't like you.
No,
Yeah, I was gonna say, wow. That sounds nice.
no.
Well, I mean, you're close to Shapers. Just go up there. They had 2 or 3
Yeah,
more bottles.
they have them.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I don't really work. I don't really price them or anything. I just, if I see a bottle and I said, well, I think I better get that, I just go ahead and get it. So
Are you retired?
I am retired for the last 11 years.
Wow.
Yep. Retired. I want to be retired right now.
Go for it.
Hey,
Go for it.
don't have any money.
You'd be surprised how little money you need when you retire.
Well, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I want to do it.
But the one thing you really need for retirement is health. Your health is more important than anything you can do.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
That's where people lose money, spend time. It's just, if you have your health, everything's fine. If you don't have your health, you're SOL. I'm serious. Health is the biggest thing for retirement.
I would agree with that. 'Cause how could you enjoy retirement if you're not healthy enough to enjoy it?
A lot of people are like that, though.
Yep.
I'm the last person in the world to actually talk about being healthy, but I do my best. How about that?
You know? That's why I said to my wife, and she said, "Nope, that's not good enough."
Yeah, mine would probably say the same thing.
Yeah.
Mary,
No,
you
it's,
start getting out on your bike again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rode with my wife today.
Nice.
We're getting ready for the Tour of the Stooges. It's
Was-
Three Stooges themed bicycle rides.
Okay.
So it's great.
Nice. Where's that at?
It's you know where Scott Air Force Base is at?
Yeah.
There's a little town just north of it.
Oh, okay.
There's a college there.
Edwardsville?
Edwards,
No, it's I could look it up, but not right now.
Oh, McHenry?
Yeah, that's it, McHenry.
McHenry? Okay.
In fact, we at the end of our rides, we eat lunch at the college there, McHenry College.
Oh, cool.
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They have different, the Three Stooges, and they have like the Mo metric. It's 100 kilometers, which is 60 miles. Then they had the Curly Shuffle ride, which is like 20 miles or something like that. And the Larry something, I don't know. But my wife and I work up on it, and we have a tandem, so we ride in tandem.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, is it a modern
Yeah.
tandem or is it like an old school tandem?
I didn't know they still made tandems.
Oh yeah. I mean, talk about a hobby that's expensive. That's a tandem. Put a lot of money into, but they're fun. No matter how fast I go, my wife's always there, right behind me.
Yeah. Can't outrun her.
Can't out. You're right. So, yeah.
I'm probably going to spend my retirement traveling. Mine is my lady is a bit of a wanderer.
Yeah, but you just travel so much.
Well, I've done it. I used to actually do it for work. So
Yeah.
for 3 years, I drove everywhere around the country, and I was always amazed at how small our country actually is.
I take a bicycle to it, and it's not that small.
No.
It's very big.
But, I was that guy that's like, oh, there's the world's biggest rocking chair. Oh, we got to stop there. I want to see that stuff. That's the stuff the world's biggest ball of string. Yeah, I want to see that. So I'd always make the people that were traveling with me stop. And, we got to see the world's biggest ball of string or stuff like that. And it's fun.
Yeah, it is. If you really want to see the country, do it on a bicycle.
Oof.
You get to smell it, you get to feel it, you get everything.
You can taste it.
You taste it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's incredible. It's incredible. The country is huge. It's big.
Yeah.
And it's really neat.
Well, I helped a friend move
beautiful
from
country.
Seattle, Washington to St. Louis, Missouri, and we did it in 4 days. If you ever get a chance to go from Seattle, Washington to St. Louis, Missouri in 4 days, don't do it.
No.
On a car?
Yeah.
A car?
Yeah.
We did it in a little Ford Ranger pickup truck, and up there in the Seattle area, air condition is an option that you can get for your car. By the time we got to, let's see, Chamberlain, South Dakota, we were dying because it was the middle of June when we did this.
Ooh.
So yeah, so if you ever get a chance to like do that, don't.
We, my buddy and I, when we did go across America on a bike, we started in Astoria, Oregon,
Okay.
which is right on the border of Washington and Oregon, on the coast. And it was beautiful. Then we hit the Cascades, and it was snowing. This is in middle of June, first part of June. And we came over the top of Cascades, and temperature went, it was like 27 degrees one morning.
Ooh.
And 2 days later, it was like 95.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because on the east side of the Cascades, eastern Oregon, it is hot and desert. It really is. It's tough.
So how long did it take you guys to bike all the way across the country?
79 days.
Oh wow.
You know what the hardest part was? You never guessed.
The mountains.
No.
Let's see, the Great Plains.
Or,
No.
or the desert.
You know? Nope. The Ozarks.
Really?
That was the hardest. Because they just laid the road on the, they didn't do any landscaping or, anything. They just, you go up, you go down. You go up, and you go down. They call them rollers.
Yeah.
And it was in July we hit the Ozarks, and it was hot and humid.
Yeah.
And it was hard. It was very difficult.
Well, that's impressive, Marion.
Well,
There's very few people that have actually biked across the country.
well, you'd be surprised. I mean, this route that I went on was established in 1976, and so people from throughout the whole world ride this route. They come from Korea, Russia, China, Europe. I mean, it's just like you meet all these different types of people from, all different parts of the world to go across America on this one route. And it's really neat to see all these people. It's really cool.
Cool.
Had a great time.
Hey, hello, George.
Is that a dog?
Where's everybody at? Where's
George is on YouTube. He just popped in. He's catching up with the first half of the show. So his George's input was hills. So that would work if it was the Ozarks.
The Ozarks.
Up and down, up and down.
Oh man, it was tough. It was tough. And we camped out, so we didn't have, finish up the day and go in the showers, in an air conditioned hotel. We stayed out, like in the parks, city parks,
Really?
yeah, or a county courthouse lawn, stuff like that. So it was, you got the whole thing.
And when did you do this?
Oh, it's about 6 years ago. 6 years ago, yeah.
Wow.
Really?
You could do it too.
Well, I could.
I don't know. It's tough. It is difficult.
I'm a pretty big guy, though. If I was going to do
Yeah.
it, maybe on a motorbike,
Yeah, we saw.
I would love to do that. I would love to do that.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah.
George says that's awesome. It sounds great, Marion.
It is. It was a lifetime thing. It was
A bucket list thing.
Yeah, well, I was in Kansas when they established a route. I was in Kansas, and I was doing a lot of cycling in Kansas, but I had a wife, a career, and at the time I had a son, so I had to kind of get everything squared away first, so it took me a long time to get all that squared away before I could, take off and
Sure.
ride. So.
Yeah, George said he'd do it on a motorbike.
Oh yeah, I would
Good
too.
for him. But every day was different because you didn't know what was up the road. You had to plan every day. At night, we would plan, okay, here we are. When's the next services? Where can we sleep? Where can we eat? Stuff like that. So we had to plan every day differently. So every day was different. It was pretty cool. This is kind of funny. I was on a courtyard, grass in front of a post office in front of, in somewhere in Kansas. I was just resting there and just kind of watching the clouds go by. And this one old guy came up to me and he saw my bike all packed up and everything. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, we're cycling across America." "Why would you do that? Why would you want to ride your bicycle all the way across America? That sounds like a waste of time." I said, "You know something? If I didn't do that, I would have never met you in this spot ever. So isn't that nice for me? By doing this, I could meet people like you." And he kind of said, "Okay, I can see it." It was pretty funny. It was really cool.
Yeah, I traveled so much in my 3 years because I was setting up computer equipment that we actually started making lists. We went to a lot of different cities multiple times. So
Right.
I would carry around, and this was all before GPS and even really cell phones. We carried pagers at the time. And I carried a Rand McNally Atlas, which
Oh yeah.
I would love to be able to find another one of those. And I had a notebook that had a list of the major cities that we always went to, and like different radio stations that I found there that I liked.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I knew I was going to like Vegas, I'd flip to the Vegas page and go, okay, there's this station, this station, this station. And then we had a list of our top 5 favorite cities to go to and top 5 or bottom 5 worst cities to visit. Just because, and we were driving there. So top 5 for us, number 1 was always home. St. Louis was always number 1 from us because anywhere we went, we always wanted to get back home.
Yeah.
Number 2 was actually, believe it or not, Spokane, Washington. I absolutely love Spokane, Washington. The people that are friendly to the point of being creepy. It's a clean city. It's a beautiful city. People that are very friendly. Good food. I mean, it was just. I even like the weather, and I'm not big on cold weather. Third would be Kansas City, Missouri. I love Kansas City.
Yeah. See that.
Fourth would then be Vegas. I absolutely love Las Vegas. I've been there like 8 times, and I absolutely love Las Vegas. And then I would say number 5 is a toss-up between San Diego or what's the other one? San Francisco. San Francisco had more entertaining homeless people. I was in San Francisco, watched a guy talk to himself, and then he got into a fight with a light pole, and he lost. He lost to the light pole. He did. It was funny. Yeah. This guy was. There was another one. This guy was homeless, but he's wheeling around in a $2,000 like wheelchair, like a racing wheelchair. And in San Francisco, to try and combat the homeless situation, they print out these little single paper newspapers that they can sell for like a penny or a quarter or whatever. And he's on the street selling this stuff. I'm like, did you sell enough of these to get that wheelchair? Because that ain't cheap. Oh man, what are you talking about? You did, yeah. So I'm like, all right. So they were very entertaining. And then the bottom 5 cities. Number 1, do we have any East Coasters on? Yeah, mainly mine are all on the East Coast. New York. I hated New York.
Yep.
The city was cool, but to drive through there, nope, no thank you. I hated New York. Hated it. The one after that would probably be Chicago. I don't know what it is about Chicago, but it's like people move into that city and they forget how to drive. Every day, it took us. We would always stay in a little town called Northwoods, which is about 20 miles north of the city. Every morning, it would take us an hour to get to the city. It took us an hour to go 20 miles. And it would take us an hour to get home. Because, you're in, and it's literally gridlock. It's not going anywhere. So you're looking at this traffic going, somebody better be dead up here. And there's nothing. There's no crash. What are you doing? Third would be Washington, D.C.
Oh, I hate Washington, D.C.
Yeah. D.C. is a cesspool. Our nation's capital is horrible. It's dirty. The only thing there is that I did meet a homeless guy. His name was Fred. He was right there at Highway 1 and Constitution Avenue. And every time I go to D.C., if I knew I was going there, I'd save like a half a bag of like popcorn because Fred loved popcorn. So I would always pull up to the curb and go, "Hey, Fred!" He goes, "Hey!" And I just hand him the popcorn and yeah. But other than that, Fred was only the redeeming quality of DC. Third would be Orlando. I'm not a fan of rodents, and the home of the 6-foot rat is not a place I want to be. It's not fun. And then I would say, and I hate to say this, the last one would be LA. I did not care for Los Angeles at all. So driving around there was insane. Just driving around, you're lucky to get anywhere. It was horrible. But I mean, there were only really two states that I didn't ever visit, and that was Alaska, because I don't think you can drive there, and Maine. Can you?
You can drive to Alaska. You can ride your bike to Alaska.
Yeah, gotta go through Canada though. Go through Canada and dodge moose.
Never been to Canada.
It's a lot like North Dakota.
Countries. Oh well, there you go.
If you've been to North Dakota and you've been to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, you've basically been to Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have. I've been to Michigan.
UP, Marquette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Ontario.
Nah,
Really?
they don't have the accent.
Well,
Oh, you're right. Well, but like,
nobody has the accent.
but like flora and fauna wise, it's pretty spot on.
No, I spent 6 weeks up at the UP. I was the geology major, so we had our field camp. Summer field camp was up there at the UP.
Cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah. A lot of interesting rocks.
We were just talking
So
about that the other day, actually. Me and the wife.
I had a summer internship where they were like, you have to work on an archaeological dig. I'm like, sweet. And it's here in Missouri, so we got to go to Arrow Rock. Yeah, me and my buddy who signed up for it, we moved dirt 6 hours a day, constantly in wheelbarrows, and took them to shaker screens. I'm like, They used us for grunt work. We didn't do anything what they thought we were going to be doing.
Did you find anything though?
Yeah, you know, arrowheads and spear points, and you know, I didn't find any. I just they shoveled it into the wheelbarrow. I took said wheelbarrow, took it over to the shaker screen, dumped it, went back and got another load of dirt.
You know, it's funny. You could probably walk out your backyard right now, and if you dig a little bit, you could probably find an arrowhead.
Yeah.
Just saying. Well, it depends on where you. Yeah, that's probably true. You know,
Well,
but
in my neighborhood,
that's hard to find.
the guys who did my neighborhood, they scraped off all the topsoil and sold it.
Oh,
And our next door neighbor, who is used to work for soil and water conservation in Michigan, he's like, I'm just curious. I just want to get like a core sample and have it looked at. So he did. He was supposed to get 3 feet. He got 18 inches deep into the ground. Pulled it back out and sent it back, and he came back and it said there is no organic material within 18 inches of this ground. It is basically all clay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Welcome to Missouri.
Yeah, all clay.
Well, yeah.
Mhm. Wow.
Yeah.
Especially since it was a whole subdivision, they probably, like they're doing to that one, because you got one going in right at the entrance of yours right now.
Oh yeah, they were
A whole
taking
new subdivision.
dump truck loads of topsoil out of that new subdivision.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's funny because, you know, where you live, your street name, you would think you'd be able to find arrowheads.
Right. Exactly.
And you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, which I think is hilariously funny.
Yes. At first, Tiffany was like,
I mean,
"Big
it's
deal."
It's not funny that you're a fan. It's funny that you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and
Yeah.
you live on Arrowhead.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, what we're gonna do about women singers or something?
Oh, yeah.
It's about female, blah blah.
Yeah. Wait. Let me get that written up real quick. I've just been.
Yeah, do that. So while you're doing that, I'm going to do this week's episode of model kits that I didn't need to buy. I actually have a first. Matt's going to appreciate this more than anybody probably. I actually bought my first Hasegawa kit. I have never built a Hasegawa kit before.
Ever?
Ever.
Oh my
Ever.
goodness.
I haven't. So this is what I got at Schaefer's.
Oh yeah. Is quarter scale or 72nd?
No, this is actually 48 scale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a 48 scale A4M style.
Yeah.
The humpback, otherwise known as Hyman's Hot Rod.
Cool.
So yeah, I opened it. It looks really good. Recessed panel lines, which yay me. Absolutely love that. So, I mean, there's a lot of parts to this thing too. I mean, this thing is highly detailed. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to putting this bad boy together. But yeah, that was my goal this year, is to put together a bunch of different, as many models as I could absolutely get a hold of. And so far this year, I've got 2, and the next one will be the 3rd.
Good for you.
Yeah, is 1 a month actually? I think that's pretty decent. So that's actually the goal, is to try and do like 1 a month. And unfortunately, I'm a little limited because unlike you guys, I find it very hard to do more than one model at a time. It's to me like I used to have a buddy that could read books, or he would read like 2 or 3 books at a time, right?
Yeah.
And I never understood how somebody could do that. Sorry, I was pulling seatbelts on. So, I mean, when I read a book, I get kind of immersed in the book. And if I go to read another book, I'm kind of lost. Hey, hold on. My cat is trying to eat my collection of foam. God, get out of here. Hang on. Huh? Did you see him trying to eat this foam? Oh. Dumbass. Sorry. Cat. He's dumb but lovable. He's young. Should have let him eat it. He'd have learned. So, well, Marion, what color scheme are you going with the hog there?
I want to do a tricolor.
Okay, so you're doing the dark, mid, and the lighter color. So you're doing a marine version, naval version.
It really didn't matter back then. They didn't have U.S. Marines on it or anything. Let me get I got some references.
Are you doing this like out of the box kind of build?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, baby, where's it at? Here we go. VF-17, Jolly Rogers.
Yeah, that's a good one. I built Ira Kemper from the Revell kit of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a series these fighting units in color, and
Nice.
they have a lot of different types. You can see the different aircraft, and this
Oh, I
has
know that one. That looks like Revell.
right. They have decals and stuff like that, so it's
Nice.
very plain. I kind of want to do one with a red border. They came out in 1943 for a very short period of time. I'm trying.
Red border.
On the insignia.
around like the landing gear and all that.
No, around the insignia.
Oh. Okay.
It lasted for like 4 months.
Yeah.
Where's it at? I don't see it here. The VF-12, VF-17.
Yeah, if you do Tommy Blackburn's from VF-17, his had a red border.
Yeah, they had red borders when they started to deploy, when they put them on the aircraft carrier, bring them to the Solomons area,
Right.
but they painted it out on the way there, on the way to the Pacific.
Oh.
So the F-17 didn't have any aircraft with red borders. I know there's some out there. I gotta look it up. But this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It gives you a great idea. Let me look it up some more.
So that book, did it also come with all the decals and everything too?
Yeah. Yes, it did.
Oh, that's awesome.
Alright. Let's see.
Here's one. Here it is.
Catching up, George
There's
says
one here.
nice, the 148. Let's see. And he said, kits I don't need. He got an Airfix 172nd B25 and an Airfix 172nd Willys Jeep. So they're the kits that George got that he doesn't need. All right, let's see. Let me clear a little space here so I can put a bracket down.
Hey Jim, this is real quick here. This is Jim. This is Lieutenant Commander John Tommy Blackburn.
Yeah,
See the red?
Blackburns. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I've actually
big
got
hog.
that picture hanging on my wall over here.
Oh, you do?
I do.
So
The
yeah,
Big
I kind of
Hog,
like that.
That's one of my favorites. He's the Jolly Roger is one of my favorites. Them and the Black Sheep are my two favorite squadrons,
Right.
of course. There.
This is earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like from August of '43 till like November or something like that with the red. Then they painted it out.
And it's
Anyway.
high vis.
Yeah, plus Japanese had red stuff too.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry,
All right.
Matt.
Hey, girls.
I'm
Girls.
too excited.
It's all right. Hey, I'm always up for Corsair stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the girl's name part 2. I actually have the
Part
next
two.
two more
Yeah,
weeks
the
of this. I
part
found
one.
out.
Oh
Let's
my
see.
goodness. Where have I been?
Let's see. Last week, let's see, was Jenny 8675309 by Tommy Two Tones, beating La 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 Lola.
Oh, I thought these were female singers instead of female titles. Okay.
Yeah.
We
So
do that
like,
too.
our
Actually,
let's see. Oh, Matt just posted and said, "I am still building 1-to-1 decorations for the wedding." So that's what he is currently working on.
Sorry, me and Wendy are still working on the 1-to-1 kitchen
Yeah.
diorama. Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah. Luckily, I don't have any 1-to-1 projects this year, so I'm pretty excited about that. But then last year's when I built the 1-to-1 deck and gazebo. So.
Yes.
All right, so this week we have for the play-in round we got Help Me Rhonda versus Barbara Ann, both Beach Boys. So, Help Me Rhonda, get her out of my mind, or get her out of my brain versus Barbara Ann. So, people in let's see, Bob and George, make sure you vote in the chat. Help Me Rhonda, Barbara Ann, Beach Boys. Marion, what you gonna go with?
Beach Boys.
Well, they're both Beach Boys.
Oh, Barbara, whatever.
Barbara Ann?
Whatever. Yeah, Barbara Ann.
All right.
Sorry.
Jim, what you going with?
I'm gonna go Help Me Rhonda.
Help Me Rhonda?
Help Me Rhonda.
All right. Bob says Help Me Rhonda.
I can see that. Yeah.
Let's
Can't really
see.
go wrong. It's a Beach Boys thing.
Right.
Let's see what George picks. Hopefully George is there.
He's there.
He's there in
From the
spirit.
future.
He already knows who wins.
Yeah, he probably does.
Yeah. All right. And Help Me Rhonda moves on.
Nice.
All right, we got I Want Candy versus Wake Up Little Susie.
Ooh.
That's right. Now, the one that's famously known for is I Want Candy.
What candy? Yeah.
And the other one is Hey, wake up, little Susie, wake up.
Yeah,
So-
pretty racy song from the 50s, by the way. That's, went on a date and they fell asleep. Mm.
Sure they did.
Yeah, sure they did.
Yeah. Bob says he wants candy. All right. Marion, what do you want? You want candy or you want to wake up? You want to wake up the sleeping girl?
Susie, wake up, little Susie.
All right. Hey, Jim, what you going with?
I'm gonna go with waking up Susie.
All right.
I never want to get in trouble with the mom and dad.
That's right. All right. Wake Up Little Susie moves on. We got Maggie May by Rod Stewart versus Venus by Frankie Avalon.
Venus.
All right.
Oh, I know. Okay, I know which one you're talking about. Not, I was thinking about the banana rim stuff.
Yeah, not that one.
I'm your Venus.
not-
I'm your fire, short design. No, it's not that one.
No, not that one.
What was the other choice again?
Maggie May by Rod Stewart.
Oh,
That's my vote.
Maggie May?
mine too, actually. Yeah.
Oh, taking away that one. All right.
One of the few songs in rock and roll that actually mentions playing pool.
All right. We got Donna by Richie Valens versus Runaround Sue by Dion.
Ooh, that one's tough.
Yeah. So Donna versus Runaround Sue.
Donna.
You're going with Donna. All right.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna go Donna too. No, take that back.
Huh?
Take that back. Run around Sue.
All right.
I like Frankie Valley, but I think that was a little overdone.
Gotcha.
I did like it.
All right. All right. And let's see. Donna got the most votes with Bob coming in at the last moment. Here we got My Sharona by the Knacks versus Hello Dolly by Louis Armstrong.
Oh my god.
Well, hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly.
Jeez.
Versus
You know what? I could fall asleep to those
My
dulcet
Sharona.
tones.
My
I love that song.
Sharona.
You know what? You should just do a whole channel of nothing but you singing.
Why?
That is beautiful. Because I could fall asleep to those dulcet tones.
Hello, Dolly.
Hello, Dolly. Hello, Dolly.
This is Louis Dolly.
Yep.
As
Yeah.
much as I like Louis Armstrong, I'm gonna go with My Sharona.
All
Oh,
right.
jeez.
I am a big fan of the punk scene. That's
Alright.
you know.
Bob went My Sharona, so we got a tie because I went for Hello, Dolly. So Sharona heads, Dolly tails. Dolly moves
Really?
on because it's coin flip.
Yay.
Because somebody gets to flip the coin and I'm not there.
That's right.
All right. So you got the next one. This one I kind of stretched on because I needed an extra one for tonight. Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel from The Graduate versus Mustang Sally by Wilson Pickett.
That's not a stretch.
Well, it's not. It's a Mrs. Robinson. It's not like, hey, her name's Clarence or Claire.
That's a good point. Do they ever mention her first name? No, we'll take it. It's fine.
Yep.
Mrs. Robinson.
No, Mrs. Robinson.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Come on.
And I thought you and me were going to be going,
Mrs.
you know,
Robinson.
we're gonna talk- I'm going to go Mustang Sally.
I'm a child from the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, I'm going to go Mustang Sally because I almost have to.
Alright.
Well, I drive one. Come on.
Mrs. Robinson
That was
moved
almost her
on.
name. Really?
Yay.
Yep,
There's
sorry.
what, 5 people voting.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yep. Alright. Long Tall Sally by Little Richard versus Proud Mary CCR slash Ike and Tina Turner.
Boy.
Ooh. Hit me again. I can put some stank on it. I'm gonna go Proud Mary. I like that song. And nothing in the world watching Tina Turner do her little dance to that song.
I go with Proud Mary.
All right.
See, we can agree, Marion.
Now, Marion, is it the Ike and Tina version or CCR version?
CCR.
All right. And Bob votes in Proud Mary. There's a sweep for Proud Mary.
Nice.
All right. We got Annie's Song by John Denver versus Peggy Sue, Buddy Holly.
Oh no! Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I tailored this for the when you said you were going to be on here
You
tonight.
went for the Marion
I
crowd.
tailored this for Marion's wheelhouse.
There should be no Viva Las Vegases this evening.
Yes.
I go Annie's song. I gotta do Annie's song.
Yeah,
Annie's
we're gonna
song.
disagree on that one. I'm gonna go Buddy Holly.
Yep. All
Well,
right.
I love his too. I
Yeah.
love his too.
Yep. Out. And Bob voted Peggy Sue, so we got a tie. So heads John Denver, tails Buddy Holly. It is tails. Buddy Holly moves on. Peggy Sue.
Well, you know, he did die and all that. Well, so did John Denver. So, never mind.
Both of them came down from
Both
the
of them.
sky.
Yeah, they both died in a plane crash.
Yes, they both did.
That's true. I just
Yeah.
never thought of that. I'm like, holy crap.
John Denver kind of did it to himself, though.
Well, yeah. He still died in a plane crash, though.
Right.
It's still weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, they have some of those bad jokes, and you know the bad joke. You know the last thing that went through John Denver's mind when he crashed his plane?
The rudder,
Yeah, the tail section.
the tail section.
Yeah. Matt says, "Hey crew,
His helmet.
sorry crew, sorry I'm not active tonight. 1-to-1 building decorations for the wedding. On top of having a heck of a day at work, I was the only mechanic at the body shop, and I ran my butt off today."
Good.
Yep.
Good.
We totally understand, Matt. Totally understand. All
Good
right.
for your health, man.
Yes. All right. So back over to our other side with the play-in round. So we got Alice's Restaurant, Arlo Guthrie, versus Help Me Rhonda.
Oh, see, that's not fair. Come on, it's got to be Alice's Restaurant.
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's a great song.
Well,
So-
yeah, okay, it's fine, but
Mary, you going for help Me Rhonda then?
yes, sir.
All right. Wait and see what Bob picks, or if Matt jumps in on this one. Bob says Alice's Restaurant.
See? We
Yeah.
got a couple more hippies in here.
All right. Matt bunts in with Alice's Restaurant, yearly Thanksgiving tradition. It has to be
Yeah.
on top. So Alice's Restaurant moves on 3-2.
That's right. The Beach Boys are still in it. They got another song. Or did we knock that out too?
No, they've been knocked out now.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's see. We got Mrs. Robinson versus Hello Dolly.
Ooh,
Mrs. Robinson.
Going Mrs.
I'm gonna
Robinson.
agree with that one, Mrs. Robinson.
All right. Let's see. Bob or Matt? Mrs. Robinson versus Hello Dolly. Bob says Mrs. Robinson. Matt says Mrs. Robinson. Mrs. Robinson moves on. 5-0 sweep.
Wow.
All right. Maggie May. Rod Stewart versus Donna Richie Valens.
Ooh.
What you thinking,
I'm
Jim
gonna
Moore?
go Maggie May again.
You go Maggie May. All right.
I'm gonna go Maggie May again. I
All right.
love that tune.
What was it out again?
Maggie May versus Donna by Richie Valens.
Maggie May.
Maggie May. Man, and a sweep of Maggie May.
Wow.
Matt and Bob vote at the same time. It pops in.
Way to go, Rod Stewart.
Yeah. Okay, Alice's Restaurant versus Wake Up Little Susie.
Oof. Or Wake Up Little Susie in Alice's Restaurant.
Damn it.
I'm gonna go Alice's Restaurant.
Alice's Restaurant.
I'm with Matt on this one. It's a Thanksgiving tradition.
Wake up, little Susie.
Now Wake Up the Little Susie. All right. Yeah, Bob and Matt vote Alice Restaurant at the same time. Alice's Restaurant moves on. 3-2.
Wow. Come on, Arlo, you can do it.
All right. Peggy Sue versus Proud Mary.
Peggy Sue.
Ooh.
Peggy Sue. Peggy.
That one's gonna sting
Ah.
because they're both
Peggy
really
Sue.
good.
All right.
Peggy Sue.
Peggy Sue.
I'm gonna go Proud Mary.
Proud Mary.
I'm gonna go Proud Mary. Yeah.
Bob's going Proud Mary. Left a good job in the city. Working for the man.
See, here's what I'm worried about. That Mary's gonna remember all these times that we didn't agree with him, and he's gonna judge our models accordingly.
Yes. I'm taking
See?
notes.
Ah,
See what he's taking notes. He goes, "Remember that time when you said Proud Mary was better than the well, this strut is wrong.
you wouldn't do that.
Your guns aren't straight."
All right. Our final four. We got Alice's Restaurant versus Maggie May. We'll do that one first. So, Alice's Restaurant, Maggie May.
Ooh. See, that's horrible.
Maggie May.
All right.
I gotta agree with Marion on this one. I'm gonna go Maggie May.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Man, oh man, that's tough.
Was not.
Yeah, I like Alice's Restaurant too, so yeah, it's hard. For me, it's hard.
Matt says Alice. Bob says Maggie May. Maggie moves on. All right. And then we got Proud Mary versus Mrs. Robinson.
Hmm. I'm gonna go Proud Mary.
Here we go, Proud Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Mrs. Robinson.
Mrs. Robinson. See if Bob and Matt. See, Bob says Proud Mary. Matt says Mrs. Robinson.
Uh-oh.
Up 3-2. Proud Mary moves on.
Come on. Come on.
And for our final for this week,
Don't get any.
Maggie May versus Proud Mary.
Oh. Mm.
Maggie May.
Maggie May from Marion.
Again, I gotta agree with Marion. I'm gonna go Maggie May.
All right. It's going to be close. All right. Matt and Bob's votes are both in with a score of 3-2. Maggie May is our week's winner.
All right, there we go.
All right.
Very nice. It is a really good song, too.
Yeah.
It is.
So let's see. Some of the ones for next week that are going to be on there. Let's see. Dirty Diana by Michael Jackson.
Good
Let's see.
song.
Let's see. Gloria by Laura Branigan.
And
That one's not getting voted on at all.
Oh, come
Let's
on.
see.
No. And they played it too much when they were doing the whole blues thing.
So?
It was driving me nuts. Killed that song for me.
Let's see.
I know, I'm hard to get along with.
Stacy's Mom.
Good song.
Yeah. That's what Marion's got to listen
She's
to.
got it going up. Yeah.
Black Betty.
She's got it going up. Ooh, good song.
Mary Jane's Last Dance by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Ooh, good song too. Good night. That's a
Don't
good
know
one.
that one.
Lucille by Kenny Rogers.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Fine time to leave me, loose wheel.
Mandy by Barry Manilow.
Oh, good song.
Yeah. Stacy's Mom by Fountains of Wayne. Let's see.
Who does that song?
The Fountains of Wayne.
Okay, that's never heard of that before.
Let's see. The Wind Cries Mary by Jimi Hendrix.
Ooh, good song.
Let's see.
Mary, you're not a Jimi Hendrix fan?
No.
Oh.
Elvira by the Oak Ridge Boys.
Oh,
There we go. Now you have one that you liked.
my goodness.
Sandy
That's actually
by
not a bad song.
Sandy from the musical Grease.
Okay.
Breakfast at Tiffany's by Deep Blue Something. Let's see. Georgia on My Mind by Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Minnie the Moocher by Cab Calloway.
That's a song about a guy.
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
Yep.
All right, hold on.
Let's see. Lorelei by Styx.
Oh, there's a good one.
Ruby Tuesday by The Stones.
Have you done Michelle by the Beatles?
Have not.
Oh no! Come on,
Or Hey Jude.
All right.
Michelle.
Maybe that'll be our playing round next week.
I'll be damned. Minnie the Moocher is a song about a red hot hoochie coocher.
Yep.
I thought that was about a guy. Okay, I was wrong.
Let's see. Where's Hey Jude at? I have it on here. There it is. So the playing round will be Hey Jude versus Michelle. Both by the Beatles.
There you go.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh man!
There you go.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Perfect.
Matt says Hey Jude's about Lennon's son. Wow. It came underneath girl songs though.
Well, but Judy, I mean, right? That's
Yeah, but it's for Julian. Yeah, we'll cross that one off then. We will pick.
Okay.
Let's see. Lay Down Sally by Eric Clapton.
Oh,
There we
you
go. 1,
Man,
2,
that's
3,
Sally
4,
going
5,
around,
6,
isn't she?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there we go. So if you need to do any homework, there you go. Yeah, Marion definitely has to listen to Stacy's mom.
Stacy's one.
I don't think so.
Oh, come on. You might like it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yep. So. Yep. There we go. So. So then all the rest will be the next week after that.
I'm
All right.
here.
If you think about it, there's really not a song out there that isn't about a girl's name. Every single girl's name has a song about it somewhere.
Yep. That's why I was like, I told Tiffany, I go, there's not a song out there for Tiffany. She goes, Breakfast at Tiffany's,
yes,
come on now.
Breakfast at Tiffany's, yeah. Wendy, there's a bunch of those.
Yep. And different ways of spelling it too.
You know. Yeah.
Matt says Fountains of Wayne for the win.
Hey, it might. Who knows?
Yep.
That's one of the joys of this list. We never know. We just never know what's going to happen.
Yep.
And I dig that. I totally dig that.
That's why I like doing it. Because I'll be making up the list and be like, oh, this one is so gonna win, and it's like knocked out in the first round.
Yeah. And then you want to think, oh, that'll never win. There it is.
Yeah.
At the end, it made it all the way.
Yes.
Oh, crap.
Well, it's my bewitching hour. I gotta go.
Uh-oh.
All right, Marion.
Pumpkin time.
Yeah. Thanks
Yes.
for popping in. Enjoyed the meeting last
Yeah,
night.
I
That was
enjoyed
cool.
What was that?
I said I really
Oh,
enjoyed the
me?
meeting last night. I gave Tiffany basically a
Well.
brain dump from John's presentation.
Oh, figure painting?
Yeah.
Boy, I wish we had more time.
Yeah.
You know, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
That is so individual. But
Yeah.
it was good. It was great.
I would just love to just like pick his
Okay,
brain a little
well.
bit and just get more information about it.
That's what I mean. It takes hours and hours and days and lifetimes almost.
Right.
But that's why I don't do figures. It's everybody knows what a face should look like. A face
Right.
should look like a certain way, and I can't do it right away.
That's why I'm gonna do this one.
There you go. That's not, yeah.
You can't beat
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Okay. Are you gonna have the meeting next Wednesday, next week?
Yeah, we should be here next week.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be here.
Okay.
Church stuff and everything. So.
Gotcha. Understand.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Take care.
See you,
See
Marion.
you later, Marion.
Yeah, you too, Jim. Take care. Bye.
See ya. George was way behind. He had a call.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you missed the voting, George. It was Maggie May by Rod Stewart was our winner.
So how's Wonder Woman?
Well, my wonderful woman has not had a chance to come down to work on the Wonder Woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
at least that one doesn't leak.
Right, exactly.
I think there might be a small issue with the torso and the uniform where they meet.
Okay.
I think the arms actually keep it a little bit up. You may want to check it, but
Okay.
I think that print turned out really, really good.
Yeah, and it's actually larger than the original one.
Really?
Yeah.
I scaled that down by just 75%.
Wow. Yeah. She's at or a little bit bigger than the other one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. That makes me happy because I was scared that it was going to be too small.
Nope.
Awesome.
George, did you hear the list for next week? If you need to do any homework. And Jim, Matt wants to know what's the latest on your laptop saga.
I knew somebody was going to ask about. Okay, so funny story. So I actually talked to them yesterday because I knew somebody was going to ask me. And come to find out, they got the third screen in. It was in good shape. It survived the shipping, but the backlight still didn't come on. So now they think it is the ribbon connector between the screen and the motherboard that's causing that to happen. So, you know, when I break a computer, I break a computer. The really funny part about the story is that they told me that they ordered the ribbon cable, but it won't be here until April the 4th.
I thought they were going to tell you April 1st.
If they had, I would have been, this is a joke, right? I broke that in January. Now, fortunately, the computer that they gave me as a loaner is actually not bad. I'm actually on it right now.
Ah.
But I miss my computer. I want my computer back. And I mean, at this point, I should almost get it for free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it has been some kind of drama, that's for sure. And no, I did not throw away the earbuds that I used to break that, but they are nowhere near any computer that I own.
Oh, they were just earbuds?
No,
I thought they were like full-size headsets.
No. They weren't wireless earbuds. They were wired earbuds.
Okay.
And I laid the whole wired thing across the screen and it slammed it shut. And
Oh.
the earbuds had this little plastic thing on the outer edge of them, and it just shattered the screen.
Gotcha.
I blame the cat. I just got a big laugh from the other room.
Yeah, I heard that.
Did you really hear the ah?
Yes.
Oh, okay. They heard that, honey. Thor has foam again. I see stupid. Yeah, I get it. I broke it, but come on. And I thought, because it's a Lenovo computer, does anybody know where those are made?
Probably China.
You know, I thought it was an American company. Okay.
Well, it could be an American company, but it could be, you know, it probably is made someplace else.
That's true. That's very true.
Matt says, it's never coming, buddy. She's a goner.
It's probably not. And I even asked him, I said, so if this doesn't fix it, what then? He's like, well, it's probably dead. Oh, see, I don't want to hear that. maybe I should just start looking for a new one. So I also have a question for the modeling community here. I'm going to be posing this in flight, right?
Okay.
And obviously the canopy on this thing, you guys have seen it. It's pretty small. It's right there if you haven't seen it. Very hard to see through. I discovered the other day while I was working on this thing, I really don't care for the pilot figure.
Okay.
But I am going to do it in flight. How much of a ding am I going to get at a show or something if there's no pilot figure in an in-flight plane?
Let's see. And what CL is it? 48?
No, it's 32nd.
Oh. You probably want to have some kind of figure in it then.
I'm afraid you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, it's not too late that I can actually change it because I haven't even gotten that far yet. I could do it as on the ground. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. The idea that I had for the in-flight thing was actually really cool, and I want to try it. Basically, what I was going to do is just take one of those plastic hangers, the round ones, and that's what I was going to use to make the rod. Just cut off like a 3-inch piece of it and just put it on stick it in a piece of wood and do that and be done. But it doesn't have to be anything fancy, obviously, but
I got some acrylic rod you could use that's clear.
Well, and that's the thing is that I thought about that. I'm like, it's a plane on a stick. When you look at them like out in front of naval bases or whatever, they don't make the metal rods clear, so it's fine. Even the ones in a museum, they're not like that. So I think I'm just gonna paint it all. The rod will be all black, and I'll just do that. But I mean, there is nose gear, nose wheel, whatever. But I wasn't really. I was just gonna close up all the doors and do it that way.
Yeah. So Matt responds to your computer question with time of death January 2024, and George said Lenovo bought IBM, so it's kind of still an IBM, and Lenovo is a U.S. Chinese company.
So that would be why it's taking so long for them to get the parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
So, Matt, what kind of 1-to-1 scale decorations are you doing?
He's like, wow.
Or is that something you can't tell us and we gotta wait until 420 to find out?
Surprise! Is he saying it's going to be a surprise?
He hasn't said anything yet.
Oh,
Yeah. Ooh, Jim, George wants you to talk about the leveling thinner results.
oh, okay.
He missed it at the very beginning.
So, well, I actually just finished the cockpit. That's the green, but I also did some panel lining on it too to kind of turn it up a little bit. But the results are actually very good. I am a fan. This stuff is a game changer. I use less of the thinner, of the leveling thinner, than I do of the X20 in the same amount of paint. Got better results, and honestly, my airbrush never sprayed any better. It sprayed so well and such a smooth coat that I was able to do that and the cockpit. I don't know if you guys can. It's kind of dark, but the panel line's still, I'm waiting for it to dry so I can rub it off. But I did that in 2 coats, and it was so smooth, and it's durable. I even tried to scratch the paint, and it wouldn't scratch. But normally, to me, a paint you can scratch them all day long. They're not very strong. But this stuff, and for $5 a bottle, you can't beat it. And I got the little bottle, and I don't, for as much as I airbrush with the Via paints, it's fine. The only problem is again the Vallejo. I found this in Vallejo. It's called Orange Red, and if that isn't spot on for safety orange, I don't know what is. The problem is that I can't use this to level it. From what everybody's saying, that the Vallejo paints do not like the leveling thinner. But I do have Vallejo's. I have a bottle of Vallejo's thinner, so I can still thin it. That's okay. But yeah. But yes, Georgia turned out amazing. If you have not used it yet, use it. It's good for alcohol solvent-based paints. Yeah, if you haven't used it yet, I think you'll be happy. And if you have used it, then you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he says Vallejo is too fragile for the lacquer thinner.
So is that Mr. Color leveling thinner? Is it actually lacquer thinner then?
Well, good question. George says he needs to switch to only using X20A. And Matt goes, yeah, it's safety, Gary.
Hey, I'm a fan of X20A. I really do like the thinner. You really can't beat it for Tamiya's colors and paints and everything. It works really, really well. I do like it. But Once I sprayed Tamiya with that leveling thinner, yeah, that was wow. Wow.
Does it have
I
a
mean,
lacquer
it's
thinner kind of smell?
visible. It does, actually. It's got a very chemically. It's almost like, have you ever smelled like MEK?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, only not as sharp. It's weird, but yeah, where I smell X20A, it almost smells like vinegar. To me, that's almost like pigment fixer or Solvacet. This stuff is probably, to me, it's more along the lines of like paint thinner, like oil paint thinner. It's it's definitely more petroleum based, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, you can definitely tell. Yeah, you can definitely tell.
That's crazy. This P61, I have a ton of weight in the nose, and it still is trying to be a tail sitter.
Wow. You have a way to add more?
Yeah, I might have to. Stupid.
Or you could do the old, you could put it in the, maybe you put it inside the cowling.
I can't do that because that's gonna be all full of stuff. Well, I
Okay.
might think of something. Because I still got more stuff to add to the back, like the flaps go behind the pivot point. Let's see, the whole glass and all that on the back end of it all is gonna go past the pivot point. And I was hoping I wouldn't have to. I'd hope it'd be a, flat on,
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
My B25 was the same way.
Yeah.
Same exact way. Drove me nuts. Just when I thought I had enough, not even close.
Oh, George says, yeah, it's a lacquer thinner. You can also use Tamiya's lacquer thinner. Let's see. With their acrylics, video I watched says it's a close second.
Mm. Well, and honestly, for the price, I mean, that was only $5 for that little bottle, and that'll last me a good long time. I mean, why? Why would I do anything different? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm impressed. I am very pleased with the way that came out.
Oh, yes. Pull off.
Oh, look at that. You gotta love it when you get lucky like that.
I know.
Is there any room left?
Not much. Let's see.
Well, if you need some tire weights, I have plenty.
Well,
I know a guy.
You know a guy? I know a guy too.
I know a guy.
Yeah, I got a guy on the inside. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, it's good. He likes to work by himself.
Oh, come on. There we go.
What was that, buckshot?
300 count premium grade steel BBs. Zinc plated.
Okay.
Pour some of it in.
What do you have in there now? What's it being held? Did you epoxy it in there or something?
No, I used it's Elmer's clear
Okay.
glue.
Oh. I'd say honestly, I would fill that thing up with as much weight as you could possibly fit into it, and then I would just fill it up completely with epoxy and let it dry.
Matt said the trailer for the next Alien movie dropped today. Looks good. It's called
Really?
Alien Romulus.
Not gonna lie, I'm a fan.
Come on, sit in there. Ain't going in there. He's not going in there.
I'll actually have to look that up on the YouTube, so I haven't seen it yet. I know they were doing it, but I guess it's gonna be after, like, Covenant? David the android is still alive, coming home with all the babies.
Here, I'll see if that settles in there.
And on that one.
Well, Bob's calling it a night. Good night, everybody. See you soon. Happy modeling. Bye, Bob. Model on, buddy.
See you later, Bob.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your votes. See you next week.
You hate when you glue parts together and you're thinking, oh, it'll just stick, and no, now I gotta tape and clamp, and
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't prepared.
Totally understand that one.
It's always come on. Just gotta keep telling yourself, this is fun. This is fun. This is good. Wow, this thing's gonna need a lot of putty. Yeah. Every single scene on the top, it almost looks like a welding scene. They have like V marks. Yeah, more room to put filler. Yes.
Where'd my pen go?
Oh, hold on. Perfect. Okay. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. He gets away free. Yay! So it's a very simple and basic cockpit. That's the instrument panel. Not bad. There's only one small sidewall detail, and there's not much to that. But if you look at the actual plane, there's not much to it to begin with. I mean, it's literally a rocket with wings. You know, I'm surprised there's even a control stick. So yeah, basically he was just hanging on he was just along for the ride.
Yes.
So yeah, and he actually, if you ever get a chance to read his book, which I do highly recommend, it is an amazing read. Yeah, he's one of those guys that he's like, I don't know how I got where I'm at, but you know, he's just like amazed and very humble about how he did it all. He's just like, I just wanted to fly. All I wanted to do was fly airplanes.
That's all I want to
So
do.
I went where they were flying airplanes. That's all I wanted to do was fly planes. So that's what he did. And he ended up being in the history books a number of times. You know, other than breaking the sound barrier, he was also one of the first. He was one of the first pilots in World War II to shoot down a jet. He was one of the first. Matter of fact, I think he was the first. He shot down an ME-262 as it was coming in for a landing in his Mustang. He was one of the first pilots to do that. He was also the first pilot to be shot down, and he got shot down. He was behind enemy lines. He made it all the way through. He made it back home. And the rule was, once you got shot down, you were done. You were no longer involved in the war. So you had to leave. You had to stay home. He fought his commander to go back. And won. It took him, he said it took him 6 months. But he fought his commander, and they let him go back. And he was one of the first pilots to do that. And the whole reasoning behind all that was that they didn't want pilots who had gotten shot down, if they get shot down again, they could give away the resistance secrets.
Ah, okay.
And, the French resistance would help get pilots back across into friendly territory. and they didn't. The U.S. didn't want pilots to get shot down again, and then possibly get captured by the Germans and tell them all of it. So that's why they had that rule, which it makes sense. And Chuck was like, "Nah, I want to go fight. I want to fly." He was also one of the few pilots fly in all three. There was one other, Robin. What's that guy's name?
Robin Olds.
Yes, him and Robin Olds were one of the few pilots to not only fly in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam as fighter pilots. Chuck Yeager was the first pilot to ever fly a Japanese Zero. He flew it at Muroc when they were out there just before he started the X-1 program. They had actually captured one. This was before the war ever ended. And he was a test pilot, and he flew it. So, yeah. The book is cool. I mean, if you ever, he actually started out flying the P-38, the Airacobra. And he said that plane got a bad rap. He said he loved that plane. It was still, to this day, it's still one of his favorites. Well, he's dead now, but at the time, it was still one of his favorite planes. This pilot figure's horrible.
George says the
I'm not
canopy
gonna
glass looks small. Doubt you can see anything inside.
That's what I'm hoping for.
All right, so do the pilot,
That's
but
kinda what I'm hoping for.
get it close.
I mean, this looks. I mean, yeah, he looks like crap. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. I am going to do in flight. I just haven't decided if I'm going to put the pilot in it or not. I'm just not a fan. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll decide later. I don't have to do it now. But so far, everything actually turned out really well. The engine's done. So I did. Because if you look at the rocket engines on this thing, they weren't all black. They had that. You know how jet engines will get that smoky white interior where it's hottest? I tried to do that with the intakes, and then I even did a little bit of it. But this thing is actually building okay. I thought it was just going to be, a lot of flash and a lot of bad parts, but the only thing I don't like so far is the pilot. I mean, everything else looks, and it's spot on. Those pictures that you gave me, by the way, those are awesome.
Cool.
Those are so awesome. I mean, that reference material right there is so helpful that, it was amazing. So, and this thing is pretty spot on, except for the raised fan lines, which I actually saw pictures of the real X1, and it's got recessed fan lines in it. Of course it does. But yeah, so I'm glad I actually did that, although I don't really ever want to do it again. I say that every time I do it, which of course means I'll probably end up doing it again at some point.
George says there should be a good set of new X-Plane kits come out.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
He also said there's a good book called Splash One, the history of aerial combat.
If you want to really, another good one is it's a book called And to Kill MiGs. It's about the Korean War, and that has a lot about Robin Olds in it as well. But I would love to do like an X-15. I'd like to find a model of Valkyrie, to be honest with you, because that was an X-plane. Let's see how bad the fitment on these wings is going to be. Oh, this is going to be horrible. I can tell already. Oh, there. Clamps don't fail me now.
All right, where is this?
So is Matt actually working on his model, or is he just? Oh, you said he was just the decorations.
Yes, he's working on one to one scale decorations.
He should get his future wife into modeling, and then he wouldn't have to worry about it.
She does other things. She's more into crafty kind of stuff and reading.
Hey, the crafty stuff is all right.
Yeah.
They have a craft/hobby room. Ours is like that for downstairs. It's called our game room. So whenever you go to game days, do you actually play any BattleTech anymore there?
Yeah, I have.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, John Erford runs it. Do you know John?
oh. Yes, I think I do. Actually, I think he was he was an artist the last time I went, I think, and he had a book out or something. But
He works at Missouri Meerschaum.
oh,
Yeah, in Washington.
this.
George says he's going to need a lot of Flory Sanders.
Yes, I am. I'm still waiting for, the one time I want my Micro Mart catalog to show up, it doesn't show up.
Ah.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for that to show up because I want to see what they have, like bulk deals on, like the Infinity stuff.
Uh-huh.
And from what Matt was showing, those actually look really good. So I mean, if that's going to be the substitute, then it might as well be the substitute, right?
Right. Well, I still have enough Flory Sanders to last me a lifetime, probably your lifetime, and Matt's lifetime. Oh yeah.
Did he ever say why he stopped making those?
It was cost. He wasn't making enough profit on them.
See, I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, Matt says Tyler's a huge reader.
Good. Reading is good.
Yeah.
We just actually, we ended up going to Barnes and Noble this past weekend. I love and hate that store all at the same time because every time I go in there, I spend a lot of money. But I actually bought, because I read a couple of the stories, but I'd never read the whole thing. I got a whole book of the H.P. Lovecraft Cthulhu Mythos stuff.
Oh, nice.
So I'm now in the process of reading that. The man has a unique perspective on horror. It's not gory. It's not, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
It's
more cerebral.
It's more like it is. And it's not as somebody's gonna probably kick me out of the Middle Earth Club for this, but he's not as cerebral as say Tolkien was.
Uh-huh.
Whenever I read Tolkien, I have to have a dictionary with me.
Right.
just because the man, yeah, he's wordsmith extraordinaire. But Lovecraft is pretty close. And you can tell that he wrote from, like the 1912s. That's his era. And you can tell. Just people don't talk like that anymore, unfortunately.
All right.
But they're good reads. If you ever want to know what it's like to go insane, just read one of his books. Because it's weird. I was reading, I also picked up, a while back, I picked up a copy of Moby Dick.
Uh-huh.
That book was unreadable for me. I tried to read it. I know the story. But Melville is all over the map. I mean, he spent a whole chapter talking about a painting in a bar that Ishmael walks into. And I'm like, cool. I don't need to know about the dang painting. Just, let's get to the part about the whale. Let's talk about that. But, he does. He just, it's like he pontificates about everything. And I'm just like, all right. This is getting old.
Get to the point. We're good.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's going to get better. Nope.
No.
It doesn't. There was one whole chapter dedicated to, what was his name? Queequeg. There was one whole chapter dedicated to nothing but him and where he came from. Which, okay, cool, but get on with it. Come on. I guess the movie ruined us in that regard.
Yeah.
Because I love the movie.
Yeah, I like Lovecraft stuff.
Really?
Well, you have the one that's the Tale of Cthulhu. That one's really good. That gives a whole background about
the Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, there's the Call of Cthulhu. I'm getting ready to do that one now.
Yeah,
I
that one's
just got
good.
through with the short story Dagon.
Yeah.
Where the guy gets trapped out at sea, and yeah.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one? Something at Innsbruck or Innsbruck.
Yep. The Reanimator, I think is another one of them.
Yeah, that's in there.
Yeah,
that's in there.
That one's really good.
Yeah.
That's about a guy who goes around stealing corpses.
Yeah, and then right now I'm in the one about the Black Pharaoh. I can't pronounce the guy's name yet because it's
Nyarlathotep.
Something Ihotep. Yeah.
Yep. Nyarlathotep.
Say that again.
Nyarlathotep.
Nyarlathotep.
Yeah.
Nyarlathotep.
Yeah.
Nyarlathotep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started that one. And honestly, that story's the scariest of all because he's not some giant entity, old one. He's actually walking around interacting with humans, and it's I'm like, okay, this guy's not good. This dude is not good at all.
Yeah. When we did Call of Cthulhu, we did the Masks of Nyarlathotep as the story.
Nice.
And I liked it. I was the DM for it. I think we had a good time with it.
Well, I mean, I know you. I mean, so I guess I want to ask, since you work at a Catholic school, yes?
Yeah.
Would they have that in their library?
No, because I teach at an elementary school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. See, I guess I'm unique because my mom, she started me out. I was reading Stephen King at 10. I asked her, she had just finished the book The Stand.
Uh-huh.
And I actually have her original hardbound edition of The Stand.
Nice.
And I asked her if I could read it, and she said, "Well, I want to read it first just to see." She did. She goes, "No, you can read this." Loved it. It's one of my favorite Stephen King stories ever. That and Christine. Those are my two favorite stories by him. And that really cemented Stephen King for me. And from there, it just took off. My buddy he turned me on to Anne McCaffrey, the Dragon Riders of Pern series, which absolutely love those. I've got all those books. And it really just took off from there. So I was reading some of that stuff that really probably, and I read The Catcher in the Rye, I read, Slaughterhouse 5, I don't get it. Just, it's a book.
Uh-huh.
It's a book,
Let's see.
Not rocket science.
Let's see. George says he'd like to read some HP. He says he enjoyed a compilation of short stories by Philip K. Dick. I think he also does some of the stuff with the Cthulhu mythos.
He does. After Lovecraft died, there was a bunch of other authors that really kind of set up because like Cthulhu and some of the other ones, there's like a it's like a tiered system, almost like a chain of command kind of thing. So yeah, and some of those stories are really good, but the Lovecraft stuff, you can definitely tell what era he's from, and I enjoy it. So far, I've enjoyed it immensely. So if you get a chance, George, definitely pick it up.
Yeah. He says most of Philip K. Dick stuff were turned into movies, like Beyond. Let's see, Beyond Lies the Wub. And Matt says 1408 is his favorite. I haven't read.
Well, they also just came out with one it's about this lady that goes insane because she's addicted to sex. God, what was that movie called? I think it was like Insatiable or Hunger or something, but that's a Lovecraft story too.
Well, they just did one, let's see, I think Nick Cage was in it. The Color of Space. That's another.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's in this book I'm reading now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have the book you're talking about.
Oh, it's a black, kind of leather-bound, gold leaf. It's basically all the stories in it. Yeah, it's good. Okay, well, that's just dumb.
Matt said the movie was good too. George says I don't watch horror usually, but Conjuring was scary.
We don't watch a lot of horror either. There's very few. I've seen some. Wendy she doesn't watch them. She's definitely a girl after my heart. She's an action gal. So action, sci-fi, but to me, a lot of especially the modern horror is boring.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember watching as a kid, like, you watch Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th and, all that. And it was like, okay. But, I was never a big fan of those gory slasher type films anyway.
Right.
It's funny because I remember watching Pet Sematary. And the most disturbing point of the movie is when the kid gets run over by the truck. And that stuck with me. And, Stephen King didn't even want to write it that way, but he was so vivid in it. It's like, oh, that's what it's like to get run over. Yeah, it was Stephen King scares the heck out of me.
Matt says the original Scream movie was the best slasher movie.
That was actually meant to be a parody, but it actually caught on, and whatever. What? Oh, you got.
George says that The Conjuring was based on the Warrens' paranormal investigators. He was listening to a podcast recording by the Warrens based on the case they dealt with. He goes, freaky stuff.
Oh, like The Exorcist? Yeah, I still have a hard time watching those movies, especially the original one, because that actually happened here in St. Louis.
Yep.
Yeah, freaky.
Down at the old Alexian Brothers Hospital.
Yep. You don't mess with stuff like that. You don't do Ouija boards, or you just don't do it. Stay away from it.
Yep. Well, we were out of town the weekend of GEA in October, but when Corey advertised they were going to do tarot card readings, I'm like, and we're done.
No. No, I've seen a Ouija board one time. I've never, because I love how it's marketed as a kid's toy.
Yes.
No, this is not a kid's toy. This is no thanks. Do not mess with that stuff. It's like AI. This is how the robots take over the world.
Well, I find it funny whenever, because I use AI sometimes with my photography stuff I've been messing with, and it's
really,
yeah, and I'll have it be like, oh hey, I want to change the background. Well, it redraws the background, awesome, cool, but then it gives the person like a third arm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not good.
All right. I'm like, no, that's supposed to look like that.
We think you're better like this. No.
Yeah, George goes, don't go there.
Yeah. For me, it'd be like watching Ben, the movie, or what was the one that, Night Shift, about the giant rats in the factory. I can't even watch movies like that. That's the kind of stuff that, it's making my skin crawl right now. No.
Yeah, the other thing is, yeah, I totally agree, George. He goes, it can't count fingers either. Yeah, I always make sure that if I do a picture in AI, it can't show fingers and it can't show toes. It totally mangles toes.
Really?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be intelligent.
Oh, it is, but it's still it can't process that. Like it'll. Can Can you see my Skype screen, Jim?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll take like your hand. You have your hand like this, and it'll run the little program over it, and all of a sudden you'll look at it and it'll be like, the hand will look like that. Now it goes from like this to like that.
We have claws now.
Yeah.
We have claws now.
Or to like turn the hand over, it'll look like that. It's the craziest stuff.
Turns it backwards like the Rexach does.
Oh, George goes, okay, guys, another
That's creepy.
stupid work meeting coming up. Need to bail. All right, George, thanks for popping in. Thanks for voting on what you can vote. So,
See you later, George.
see you later, George.
Oh,
I do believe
It's 10 o'clock anyway.
it is 10 o'clock anyway, so let's see.
Wow.
Yeah, smelling pumpkin-y. So,
Yeah, it is smelling a little pumpkin-y.
yeah. Well, let's see. I think we'll sign off then.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, everybody, thanks for watching tonight. Let me flip this up so I not have my head chopped off. Maybe AI add on to it or something.
AI.
Yes.
AI.
So thanks for watching, everybody, on Skype, on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. There's YouTube. There it is. So thanks for watching. I will post up the songs that are going to be up on next week's list. So if you want to do some
Nice.
easy listening, you can catch that out. And yes, George, it is pumpkin o'clock.
Oh, I like that.
So as always, I'm Matt. The other Matt is
I'm
in
not
the
that.
in the YouTubes, and we always have Not Matt, also known as George or as Jim. George was on. Let's see, Miriam was on tonight. Bob was on. Let's see, John was on for a little bit. So thank you all for watching.
Yeah.
And as always, model on, guys. Catch you later. See you next week.
Awesome.
Same time, same
Later.
place. Bye bye.